Chideva dehastu chideva lokash chideva bhutani chidendriyani karta chidanta karanam chideva chideva sarvam paramartha rupam chideva dehastu chideva lokash chideva bhutani chidendriyani karta chidanta karanam Chideva, Chideva Sarvam Paramartha Rupam. As a human I live in a body made of flesh, bones and blood of the earth. There's a fire and water within me and the air that I breathe of the world. And I know deep within me I live on and on like the waters of life and the salt in the sea. I live on and on, but I don't yet know where the waters of life and the salt of the sea they dissolve. There's a wind and it blows and it thunders, and the rains come and go on the plains. Once I saw you there standing before me, and now I am here all alone. And I know deep within me you live on and on like the waters of life and the salt in the sea. You live on and on, but I don't yet know when the waters of life and the salt of the sea they dissolve. When I die while you're alive, where am I? When I die while you're alive, where am I? Chideva dehastu chideva lokash chideva bhutani chidendriyani karta chidanta karanam chideva chideva sarvam paramartha rupam.
Om Shanti. The disciple asked, Master, I meditated the whole day and nothing happened. What should I do? The Master said, try doing nothing the whole day and then see what happens. Try to be nothing. Is the crux of spirituality. To come to nothing, to be nothing, to do nothing, Sit still and know. The desire to do is the flow outward. To flow within is knowledge. We want to know, we want to learn, but spirituality is the process of unschooling. It is the process of unlearning. There are 4 stages of learning. One is zero learning. That's like a machine. It's no learning at all. You recite something, you learn things by heart, like a machine. You are a parrot. The real learning starts with level 1, then level 2, and then level 3. Level 1, you're like a tree, grounded, but not fully conscious. The tree may move, but it doesn't walk. Tree-like learning. You're not fully conscious, you're not fully aware. Then is level 3, level 2. It's like animal. You walk, you move, you feel. But wisdom is still missing. It is not the state of total awareness. The third level of learning, which is real learning, is when you are human. You can move, you can walk, you feel, you think, you contemplate, you have wisdom. The disciple asked, what is the difference between knowledge and wisdom? The master said, remove this K from no. And what remains is wisdom. Wisdom is to be here and now. Knowledge is information, not the real learning. The zero level, level 1, level 2. Whole life we are caught in that. Whole life the society teaches us that. We are given papers and we are told to pass. It's a parrot-like learning. It's a mechanical learning. Animals. The real learning doesn't come from outside. Everything is within. And the real learning is not to know about computers and science. The real learning is to know, who am I? So this Murli is teaching us a new meditation exercise. Who am I? Self-realization exercise. To know oneself is the real learning. To unlearn what you have learned, to unschool yourself. The real learning is unconditioning. Even drop what you have learned. I am soul, I am this, I am that. I am body or I am soul, whatever you have learned. Drop everything and begin the journey. This century suffers from a big disease called identity crisis. Who am I? A body or soul? A mind or intellect? And all that philosophical debates and discussions. The essence is lost. The journey of who am I is the journey of negation. Neti neti. Negate. Negate. Remove. Remove the layers. Drop the masks. Who am I? Let the pilgrim start fresh, anew, without learning anything from any chapters, from any book, from any murli. Begin an individual, an independent, intrinsically solo journey. Let me know, let me realize, let me understand. Who am I? Don't believe because it is written in books or murlis. Don't believe because it is said by others, by leaders, by spiritual giants or figures. Don't believe even if it is said by God. Begin the journey. Absolutely fresh. Go and sit in silence in the vicinity on lap of nature and think. But even by thinking, the answer will not come. It is the process of unthinking. Where the mind is dropped, the answer will come. Where you enter into that inner sacred space. You need space. The room is cluttered. Spirituality is uncluttering. Inner cleansing. The work is under progress. Put a signboard. Trespassers are not allowed. Whenever there is a cleaning going on, they put that signage. Don't step in. The floor is wet. So also, the inner cleaning is on. Don't enter. This is the greatest work, to know the self. To know who am I. And Baba said, again, 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 you have met the Father. Again, you have passed through these 84 births. So there's a phenomena called deja vu. In this deja vu, a person feels that he has been to those places and he has felt those emotions before also. A person might come here and suddenly, upon looking some place, some person, some event, some situation, he feels, okay, I had been through all this before also. There is a latent memory in the soul because of the repetition of the cycle, because of awakening of the soul memory. Who am I? That question was asked multiple times in the past, but got lost. Now it again re-emerged. Closeness and equality and clear line of intellect. So think of those moments of deja vu. You need space, silence, and solitude. And unthinking. And suddenly you feel, yes, this I had experienced before also. So 84 birth timeline. So Baba has asked multiple questions. Do you remember your 84 birth? Rank yourself. Where do you stand in this victory garland? What is your ranking in the victory garland? Do you remember 84 birth timeline? Do you remember that we met before also? The cycle is repeating. Do you have the inkling, the slightest idea? Where do you stand on the love scale and when do you stand in the scale of remembrance? There are different things mentioned in the Murli. Convert entire Murli into a battery of different activities. If you don't do that, the text will remain a boring text, a book gathering dust. The mind needs stimulus. To enter the space of unthinking, you have to go through the crowd of thinking, brainstorming, and then out of intense activity comes sudden inner space, sudden inner silence. And that moment is the moment of realization. The realization is not going to come by zero level learning, mechanical learning, or animalish or tree like learning. The real learning is the flow, where you are moving smoothly. Baba said, decide where do you stand, divisions. Flying, climbing, or stopping. The flying stage, you have no complaints. The flying stage, you're full. The flying stage, you're combined. The flying stage, first division. The flying stage, Maharati. Are you that? Or the climbing stage, Godeswar, or horse rider, or second division, where you do march, but sometimes you get disheartened, fatigued. Obstacles come and go, you view them as the sightseeing, as the scenes of the journey, undisturbed. You win over them, but yet sometimes you get tired. And the fourth and the third division is of those who walk and they stop, walk and they stop. And at times they shout. There is effort, there is tiredness. So Baba said, role play divisions. Find which division you belong to. Have a combined meditation. I am with him all the time. Put yourself in the scale of love. What is the scale of love? You create your own scale. What is the scale of remembrance? 100% remembrance, 90, 80, 50, 30, 10, 5, 1, 0 or minus. What is the scale of remembrance? What is the scale of love? Baba also told that Amrit Vela, Baba has a spiritual TV and he sees. See what Baba sees in that TV. What is your picture? He is seeing. And for all this, your line of intellect should be very, very clear. And the last part of the Murli is about too late board. There is still a chance. Sometimes the word long standing can lead to depression. There are many words in Murli which are depressing. The moment the word comes 100% purity, there is a depression. The moment the word comes long standing effort, there is a depression. The moment the word comes destruction, there is a little depression. But the same speaker has talked about hope also. So no matter where you are, at what time you arrived, begin at that time, forgetting who is there. Begin now. And out of all this, the only important question is one. The only effort, the only purusharth is only one. Who am I? Dropping everything, all the knowledge aside, begin the journey. Who am I? That is the only important question I want to know, understand. And I don't want duplicate answers. I don't want dubious answers. I don't want borrowed answers. I want original, self-experienced, self-understood answers. So that's the journey. So you can think of those deja vu moments of your life where you felt the same emotions. 1. Practice combined meditation. Practice who am I meditation. Find out your love scale, yad scales. And where do you stand out of these three? Definitely not in the first. That is also depressing. Even second is a difficult task. Third also is difficult for some because they have not stopped walking, they are stopping. Murli has got a lot of expectation of perfection. That also leads to depression at times. But out of depression will come hope. Out of frustration will come new inspiration. First get depressed. First get frustrated. First know that you are nowhere. Out of that nowhere-ness, some ray will arise.